Part 2 of writing basic expressions with variables. For those who have not watched part 1, I have put the link in the comment section. Please do watch so you will get a better understanding. Now, I have written up a few situations. From that situations, we will develop algebraic expressions. Let's see those situations. Now, from 1 through 4, they are connected. It's kind of like a story, so we're going to work that one at a time and continue building the expression up to part 4. Okay, a bag contains some sweet. All right, a bag contains some sweet. Now here the variable is identified by looking at this. They said some. Did they mention exactly the number of sweets? No. Did they say one? No. Did they say 10? No. They just said some. When the word some is used, means it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be any number. So therefore we are oblivion to the number of sweets. So therefore that is our variable, right? Some sweets. And remember, we can use any alphabet lowercase to represent that quantity. So in this case, I'm going to use x. X represents some number of sweets. Okay, let's move on. 8 sweets added to that bag. Now just imagine if this is the bag and I have x number of sweets. Remember, we do not know the actual quantity. Now I am going to add in 8 number of sweets. So what do you think the expression will look like? So it will be x plus 8. This is the x is represents the number of sweets that we do not know the quantity, which was already in the bag, Now we are adding 8 more sweets to that. So that x plus 8 represents the quantity of sweets in that bag. Moving on to part 3, 5 sweets taken out of the bag. Okay, so I have this expression from the earlier part, x plus 8, and now 5 sweets is going to be taken out. 5 sweets is going to be taken out, minus 5. Okay, let me change this, since this is a continuation. I already have this done previously, so it's x plus 8. So now 5 sweets is taken out from here. So now we're going to minus 5. Taken out means reducing the quantity, so it is subtract. So x plus 8 minus 5. I can leave it in this form, but if I want to make it look more neater, I can simplify it. Now, can you imagine if I add 8 and then I remove 5? So what will be the quantity of sweets that has been added or subtracted from the bag? Yes, it is 3, because I add 8 and then I took away 5, right? It is I added 8 sweets and then I took out 5 sweets. So in reality, I have actually added 3 sweets. So I can write this expression as x plus 3, right? Now both of this is acceptable and both is the same, but this looks neater. Okay, so I'm going to stick to that. So it's x plus 3. So the story continues. I have x plus 3. Now number of sweets in the bag divided equally with 3 boys. So the number of sweets in the bag at the moment is x plus 3, and that has been divided equally with 3 boys. So divide 3. So that will be your expression there, right? Okay, now part 5 and 6 are connected. So let's try to write out an expression. So there are two bags containing same number of sweets, which means, if an example, if I know the quantity, then if let's say it is 2 sweets here, then there should be also 2 sweets here. Now, if I use a variable, if I use a variable to represent a quantity, an unknown quantity, and if that quantities are the same in two different packages, I must use the same variable. So if I say the sweets containing in bag, the first bag is T, then I must also use the same variable since the quantity is the same. If they are different quantities, then I can use different variables. In this case, the quantity is the same. So I have to use the same variable so that I know, or anybody else looking at the expression will know, oh, okay, we are looking at the same quantity but in different packing or in different bags. So here I can say it is T plus T. Okay, this makes sense, isn't it? But I can make this a little bit more better. So I'm going to do this. T plus T is the same as I have T lots, two lots of T, which is the same as 2 multiply T. But remember, we don't use the multiply sign as an operator in the algebraic expression. So I'm going to change this to 2 multiply T, or just simply as 2T. Okay, so that reflects or represents this situation. Now, the two bags containing same number of sweets, whilst another bag containing y number of sweets, and then two sweets were added. So I have 2t, that is from part 5, that is my earlier expression, and then now I have y number of sweets. This is the third bag. See, the variable used is y, which means it represents a different quantity, and it was added, add y. Okay, and then two sweets were added, so I'm going to add again 2. Now I would not be able to say that the two sweets were added to the y quantity or to the 2t quantity. We do not know because it's not given in the situation. So I'll leave it as it is. This is the most simplest form that I can write out this expression. Now the last would be two bags containing same number of sweets, and each sweet weighs p grams. So two bags containing same number of sweets. So we already written that expression, which is 2t. I have that here. And then each sweet weighs p grams. For an example, if I have 3 sweets, that means each sweet weighs p. So this would be 3p. Now here I have 2t number of sweets. Each sweet weighs p grams. So it's going to be 2t multiplied by p, and I'm going to simplify that as 2tp. Here you go. So this is how you develop, or this is how you write algebraic expressions from situations given. Obviously these situations are not very complicated. As you go along, the situations becomes more complicated. The most important thing here is to understand what a variable is and what is not a variable. That is what you need to understand. I hope you did learn something from this video, and if you have any questions, please put it down in the comment section.